it worth it? Is it for the future? The family. I want more. I want freedom. I'm purpose driven for equality. You're gonna know my name. I'm still the same. Ain't nothing changed. You're gonna know I am good. Respect me and my legacy. And I wish you would Google me, read my story. You're gonna know my name. Welcome to the face behind the brand. Episode 126. Ain't nothing changed. 126.
I ain't mad at that. So nice.
I'm excited to have this amazing guest tonight. This king from the Bay Area. Town business.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the face behind the brand. I am so excited, as I just mentioned to everybody, to see you. I, of course,
vice versa. Go both ways, for sure.
I, of course, am your host, as you know. I am, of course, Monique Marie, and you are the incredible hip-hop recording artist, lyricist, poet. Okay. You're so many, it's just so many things you are. You already know, I can go on and on. But I mean, you are the recording artist. You are young hustler, okay? Yeah. You are Bay Area's own Bizzle. Welcome to the face behind the brand. I should say welcome back.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me back. 126, that's my new number.
126, yes.
You understand me?
Yes. So you know I had to bring you in to this incredible sound, of course, like this, because of course this is the latest off of course, your single, and we are happy to have you here, and we are jamming with this amazing sound. I am not going to play the entire song, of course, because I don't want everybody to, of course, not go and run and download it if they haven't heard it. So it's crucial that if you have not heard this incredible sound like this, produced by Contraband Beats, it is available now on all platforms. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. Everywhere. You can go and get it wherever you go get stuff.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Because we are fucking with it like this.
Definitely.
I always want to talk like a newscaster.
I ain't mad at that. So not.
So talk to me about like this, since we're talking about like this. Incredible sound. I have to say I play it literally every day, at least 10, 15 times a day.
Oh.
Talk to me about the process. Talk to me about, of course, shout out to Contraband Beats. Talk to me about everything that's coming together and merging with this incredible sound.
So, honestly, for the most part, Contraband loved me with beats. Like,
yes,
loved me. He asked me, "Do I want what do I want?" But he'll send 20 or 15 or whatever, and you know, he let me shuffle through them because you know I kind of get my preference. So I appreciate him for that. So then I just run it up, like it's whatever comes out is what comes out. So for that one, it was just I didn't write it like exactly after my grandmother passed, but she was kind of like the force behind all of the stuff that I write. You know, like I think about her when I write because she used to tell me like this is good,
yeah,
and this is okay, and this is probably this ain't him. But she don't say this ain't him a lot, but she will say that though. So I don't know. And you know, I just pinned it like that. It was one of those ones that just comes out. But that's how all of them do for me. Like it comes out. It's not like I don't sit and say I'm about to write a song about this. I get moved in different directions. You feel me?
Yeah, well, exactly. And that's what you were talking about, I'm just trying to keep it lit for my grams.
For sure. For sure. Because
So
she would
you,
want me to continue. You feel me? She wouldn't want me to. Because honestly, it kind of put me in a spot where I didn't want to do nothing but just, you know,
uh-huh,
take care of the kids, go to work, sit
uh-huh,
down, and
uh-huh.
repeat. But she wouldn't want me to just, be regular. She wanted me to fuck with it like how I fuck with it. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that's where that one came from.
And I love it because, you don't mind including, and we talked about this when I first met you before, remember the first interview. It's important that we talk about our grams, our grandparents, our mothers,
Yeah,
fathers, whoever, raised you, because a
for
lot of
sure.
times, especially when they know your talent,
Yeah,
and you, as I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, you are super talented. That's why
appreciate
I enjoy interviewing you.
it. Thanks.
And no different. Of course, I love interviewing everybody, but I mean, I love your sound.
Yeah,
So it's important
that's
for
what's
me
up.
to, if I hear something, I feel I'm blessed and I have the ear,
Yeah,
and I know a hit.
yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm just like, oh my God, here he comes again with another.
For sure, for sure. I appreciate you.
So I
For sure,
know, I
dude.
do believe in rest in peace to your grandparents, your
For
grandma.
sure.
I mean, my grandmother had passed, and I remember when we first talked, and again, you're gonna know my name.
Yeah,
That's where that stems from.
definitely.
So I would have never, continued if it wasn't for her. So I definitely feel you and respect.
That's
Um,
dope.
I respect it all. So Contraband Beats, again, of course, is how we met the first time. I interviewed Contraband Beats.
Yeah,
Thanks again, and going backwards, I should say, to all the way to the beginning to E Rain, which was my first interview, and that's how I met Contraband Beats.
man, that's
So
dope.
your brother, of
That's
course,
dope.
shared.
That's my
That
dog.
I needed to have you on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's always sharing this beat. So what makes like this so different? Because we can go backwards, of course, into a repertoire of sounds that you've had, your collective, all the
Yeah.
way, back to 2014, 2015,
Mm-hmm.
even, a lot, and chilling, something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
But what would you say? Because I hear obviously a different sound myself, but I'm gonna let you explain as far as the evolution is concerned.
Well, I don't know. I feel like now I'm just a little older, so
Mhm.
like I inhale information a different way
Yeah.
than I used to. So and like my perspective is not the same. Like
Mm.
when I was rapping a lot, I was I was like in a different space to
Mm.
where it was like that was all that was able to come out. It was like, I was just too, it was not to say like I was too in the stuff, but I was more ready to get in the stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And now where I am with this stuff is it's more of me just wanting to push my music out and people and let people grab it. Like it's less of me trying to be in like be 100% industry. The best way I can put it is like how Kendrick Lamar, he just put his album out, right? I don't want to say I'm like Kendrick Lamar or none of that. Don't mistake what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is I'm more on his side than I am on Future side, but I like Future too. You know what I mean? So it's like
Mm. Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna
more,
ask you that next. Some of the influencers. I know Kendrick.
yeah,
Um,
my perspective is different. But
Future.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm just older, so that's where my sound is now. Like it just evolved into me being a grown man more than just being an early 20-year-old. You feel me?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Now
which
I feel like I'm
songs?
grown.
Oh, say it again, King.
I said now I feel grown. You feel me?
You're
Like
a
at
grown
them
man.
times,
You know.
yeah. Now I'm grown now for sure.
You obviously think. I know you are a father.
Yeah,
Obviously, part of that is a part of the evolution. I know kids change
definitely,
and grow you up
definitely
real fast. Um,
like that.
like this and like
for,
that.
for sure, sure.
So, Young Hustlers, talk to me about the collective.
So Young Hustlers, 4-man collective. Well, really it was 10 of us. So we was all in high school.
Oh my
So
God, I didn't know it was 10
yeah,
before.
it was 10 of us, and we had like a place to record when we was like 11th and 12th grade.
Okay.
But I didn't start going in the studio until I was in the 12th grade. I was always rapping, but I was rapping into the, you know, the Home Alone mic and, you know, that little stuff. I wasn't like ever putting it down on like on wax. So those guys, except for Lil Chris, but it's Young Gully, me, Lil Chris, and Young D. Young D, I was just telling somebody this recently. Young D and Young Gully had already had at least seven albums between the two of them. Like they both had at least 7 albums when I first started going in the studio with them. So they was polished, you know what I mean? And I was just going down there because, you know, people knew me at the school for, you know, playing around. I was, you know, I don't want to say I was the coolest dude, but I was, you know, I was the, you know, I'm having fun.
No.
For sure, yeah, I was just having fun. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like they was serious about music at the time. You feel me? So they were just, you know, them was my partners already. So they like, bro, come to the studio, bro. Why you always want to leave? Why you want to go straight home after school? Or how come on lunch you want to go to the store and smoke and all, you know, little shit like that. That's what we used to do. We was in high school. So they called. Eventually I went down there and I'm glad I did because we like formed it like a stronger bond with music. Like, you know, like it was always about music. So we never like we didn't argue. We didn't, oh, I don't got a long enough part on this song. We didn't do none of that. We just came together and made music. Somebody wasn't there. Guess what? That person wasn't on the song. You know what I mean? It was
creating. We got the show must go on.
So that's how that was. And, you know, we just got, after I graduated high school, we just started like buzzing in the city. Oakland, obviously, East Oakland, where I'm from. We started buzzing in the city, you know, to the point to where people was like demanding more music. So we eventually, we was out of school, so we couldn't record at the school studio anymore. So we had to find a studio. So one of my other partners put us on with the studio, and it's been Young Hustlers ever since.
Young Hustlers. Yes, I had a chance to interview, of course. You remember I interviewed D. Spencer. Shout out to D. Spencer, too.
Yeah, that's my brother, for sure, for sure.
I had to bring him back on, too, for a round.
Definitely.
You guys were all with me in the pandemic, in the quarantine interview.
Yeah, getting them in.
So I
now we free.
I thank y'all wholeheartedly, I should say. No, I've grown up.
We appreciate you because it all go hand in hand, you know.
Yeah, like, it comes down, I'm like, I'm really working here, you know, like, wait a minute.
Yeah, let's use each other's platforms while we got them, man, while we out here.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of the Bay Area, you were, of course, you ended the year with a bang. You were, of course, part of Rocktober, the Rock Party. And I know that was an incredible event for you. Talk about that experience.
So it was a dope little event. Contraband, mostly for the most part, put it together.
Contraband Beats.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of the plays I get either, most of them come from him. You know, you know, Gully used to have all the plays back in the day. He used to put us on shows and all that stuff. But now, for the most part, you know, it's whatever Contraband cooking up. He's always cooking on something. Like, you know what I mean?
Working.
So, always. So he kind of helped put that in on me. So he's like, bro, you want to perform at this? I'm like, I gotta, you know. I'm like, bro, I want to perform.
Of course, I want to perform.
Come on, man. You always ask me, do I want to perform? Like,
especially now, since pandemic is, you know, I mean, still here, but I mean, it's opened back up, right?
Yeah, because at first it kind of threw me off, you know, with all the, you know, and I caught COVID, I don't know how many times.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Bizzle, come on.
2 or 3 had to be 2. It's mostly from going to work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, because you know, I'm mask man. I'm hand washing. We've been washing our hands for 20 years, 30 years.
Before all this, we've been using bleach and everything else. So I don't know why it's all of a sudden people cleaning their houses and stuff.
I don't know, because it's still cold. So, you know, I don't know, but
should have been cleaning up, huh?
For sure, we would have had less COVID.
Funny. So speaking of these amazing artists, of course, that you had the opportunity to work with and to be surrounded with at this event, I always ask this question to artists, because when you're not performing and when they are, what are you paying attention to? I mean, I know people get ready and have their own way of getting ready, but when you hear that person out there, what are you, you know, taking in from them? Because you had some incredible artists, of course, at that show with you that night.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely Miss Vicky and Rockstar. And
I
It
see
was a couple other
Rockstar.
people performed. Yeah, a couple other people performed, but
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think about my set when I'm not performing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just chill. I like really, literally chilling. Like, I am not really like my mind ain't going nowhere. Only time I think about the set is right before the set. That's when I'm like, oh, I gotta
Yes.
remember how these songs go. I had like a 15-minute set, so it wasn't no like, you know, you gotta be on point for 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, if you got one song, you can get up there and throw all your energy into that one song and be done.
That one song, yeah,
But
and
you
rock
got
it out.
15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes set. You gotta pace yourself. You gotta pay attention. You gotta,
Yeah,
you
15
know,
minutes is a long time when you on stage.
especially when you going the whole time, you get off drenched. So
Absolutely.
working with those artists, what for me, it was just more of me getting the vibe with them. Like I still talk to Vicky and Rock right
Mhm,
now. You know what I
mhm.
mean? So when I'm at shows, that's really what I want to do, the network part with the artists. I might not sound good if I say, oh, I don't necessarily mingle with the promoters or all that, but I do. But I'm really like trying to deal with the artists for the most part because
Of
those are the
course.
people, you know, that can kind of feel me the best. Obviously, the promoters are gonna come. If you buzzing hard enough, the promoters gonna come. They gonna holler at you.
Yeah.
But other artists, sometimes they think that other artists are like too standoffish or whatever. And you know, some people have approached me and like, bro, I didn't even think I could come holler. You can always come holler at me, but I know it's a lot of people that people can't come holler at. So I
Yeah.
really deal with the artists, but like for the most part, I watch they
Mhm.
sets. I'm not so big. I'm not bigger than the show. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
like I watch people set, like
Mhm.
I watch the opener set. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
watch a set and then I let them know, like, oh bro, you was saucy. If you wasn't saucy, I probably just won't say nothing. But you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
or unless I don't cross your path. But I watch people set, like just
Of
to
course, because you
see
learn
how people,
something from everybody, you know?
yeah, and showing love go way farther than telling them they trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Of course. Of course. So do you
so
ever get performance anxiety, Bizzle?
not no nah. I for sure get like a weird feeling. I don't want to say it's
Mhm.
butterflies or
I was gonna say
nervousness.
butterflies. No.
Yeah, but it's more like I don't want to. It sounds like anxiety, but it's more excitement and happiness. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because you
Yes.
never really know when your next show is if you an independent artist like myself. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
who
Yeah.
don't have them booked all through the year. You like this could probably be the last one. You might as well kill
You
this
know
one, bro.
what? Yeah,
You know
especially with
what I
what's
mean?
going on now. I mean, we don't
For
know.
sure.
Yeah,
Ain't
we
no
have no
telling.
clue.
No telling.
So
So
I would have to ask you, I mean, out of some of the songs, because I go all the way back to some of even the trilogy, the mixtapes and things like that. I like to dive
yeah,
in.
for
You
sure.
know, is there
Got
ever a song which, you know, um, where you had the most trouble writing it or, you know, putting it together? I mean, a lot of times, of course, I know many of you artists, everything is off top, right? Top of the brain, right to the pen, to the paper. Some don't even use paper. But I'm
yeah.
asking, has there ever been out of these songs and these collaborations, these mixtapes, these albums, the evolution again, the volume 1, 2, and 3, you know, has there
Yeah.
ever been any trouble with putting a sound together, a song, the lyrics?
It all depends. So
Yeah,
like obviously the deeper songs they take longer
I
or
was gonna say, yeah.
you might get stuck on, but a song like a lot or a song like this or a song like
Mhm.
chilling or you know stuff that's just really second nature,
Yeah,
the songs are super easy to write and do. But you will get I've gotten writer's block 100 times.
I
So
was gonna ask, do you ever get writer's block? Oh my
oh yeah,
goodness.
I
And so
definitely
how
have
do you
gotten
come
it.
out of that?
You want to know what the crazy part is? Like I always say that like a movie or a video game will help me get out of it. It's like it got to be like probably like an older movie that my mama used to watch, but it was on and I wasn't paying attention to it. One of those type of movies, like Goodfellas. Like I've seen Goodfellas 20 times now, but when she was watching it, I wasn't paying attention. But
Oh my
now
goodness.
I've seen the movie 100 times. Something like that. It can't be like a new movie or nothing like that. Because I don't know. It's like new stuff kind of makes me want to be in the new futuristic wave, and I still want to
Mhm.
stay in the 1980s type of wave. Where I mean, not that wave, but you know, that's when I was born, so I want to be true to that. You know, so no, but I do have a song called "How Could You" that
Yes.
it's hard for me to push the song because I kind of feel like and I won't say too much on the interview, but I kind of feel like that scenario kind of came to life. in real life.
Mm.
And like now it kind of brings up like hard memories and all that stuff. So I just thought I was like making a powerful video and a powerful song, and you know, and I still feel like that, but
Yeah.
it was so close to home that it was just weird that it's hard for me to even like push that song now,
Yeah.
because I don't. It just make me feel weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, you don't, if it makes you feel weird or some type of way, then you have to come out of that and write like you did. You wrote something that was more, uplifting for you. And then, of course,
Definitely,
uplifting for your audience. That would be, because it's okay, honestly. There are going to be some songs that people need to hear because they need to know you relating to them too. You know,
definitely, yeah, sure,
loss, we talked about both our grandmothers,
yeah,
passing. There's always going to be something we remember, but just, like I said, going into like this, of course, it picks us up, and then we just
yeah.
want to start.
That's more me. I want to bounce. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
more. I be smiling, bro. Like, but sometimes I can't. It ain't about all smiling. Like, I got a song called Nobody. Obviously,
Mm,
that like I could push that at any time, and I don't feel like that right now. But
yeah.
at the time when I was doing that song, that's the mode I was in. That's what I saw. That's where my mind was. So
Yeah.
song was super easy to write. Like I got that beat from SK. He's my engineer. He do all my mixing, all
Mm-hmm.
my mastering. Slapwagon. Shout out to
Incredible
Slapwagon.
engineer. Everything sound good.
Yeah,
Everything. Chris.
he is saucy. He is hella clean. I love working with him. So
Yeah.
he just gave me the beat, and I had already had the hook. Like I just wrote it to nothing, and I don't normally write to nothing. So that's how I know it was perfect for that
Yeah.
beat, because I just wrote it just randomly, like, oh, it came to my head. Oh, write that down because that might
Yeah.
be clean one day,
Yeah.
And like 3 months later, he had the beat. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
weird like that for sure.
Well, even talking about, like you said, how could you? I think a lot of times, and I think I heard DMX say this before the interview, that sometimes blessings come, a lot of times blessings come in the form of hard times, you know,
Definitely.
you
And
know,
that's what that actual song pushed me into putting out the EP with the 3 songs called Into Existence,
into existence. Yes.
because I feel like I really like, and then once I figured that I spoke of that into existence, so I didn't really,
Yes.
you know what I mean? It happened, but now I can speak the good shit into existence. And
Everything into existence. Okay. And
that's it.
and the thing is, I think I remember when we first interviewed, we talked about a lot about, speaking things into existence. And people don't realize,
Yeah.
I don't care if you're reading the Bible or not. I mean, I'm not, I don't, well, I do, honestly. I do read, I try to read the Bible every day. And if I'm not reading, I'm just at least praying or meditating. Right.
Yeah.
But I think people don't realize a lot of stuff that we're talking, a lot of this is biblical,
Yeah.
so
So
speaking into existence, that's truly heartfelt. When I heard that, I was like, look at this, because
yeah.
everything is bringing it into life. I mean, just the
Yeah.
whole cover, everything was just hard. Who did the cover?
My cousin Twan did my cover.
Yeah.
So he did it like this, he did
Yeah.
that. I've been hitting him, and he been hitting me right back. So
Yeah.
shout out to Twan, bro.
Shout out to Twan for that. Yeah,
I
very
be needing you.
simple but powerful.
Definitely,
Sometimes
definitely.
less is more. A lot of the
Yeah.
times,
Yeah, I'm learning so much, but
Yeah.
every day getting older for sure.
So town business, we talked about, of course, Oakland, and being in Oakland, there's so much going on right now.
Yeah.
It's just, it reminds me of almost 10, 15 years ago. And it's like, I thought we were past this, right?
Yeah,
But
sure.
talk about the culture, of course, and still being around. Of course, we know we love every night. We love the hustle mentality. We know we love that. The hyphy mentality, and we know we love, of course, because we know it's town business. There's no place like Oakland. But there's also, of course, it's becoming like a murder capital,
Definitely.
crime and things like that. So how are you able to, maneuver, obviously, I should say, in a nice word.
I like that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, that's the right word. That is good. You said
Head
it
on a
correct.
swivel, so to speak.
Man, honestly, like what I'm teaching the boys is my 2 sons is obviously we are from Oakland. We lived in Oakland our whole life.
It's our home.
And we don't want bad things to happen. But I always tell them, like, if you do good, a good will come back to you.
Amen.
So I don't know. Like a lot of some of it is baffling. Some of them are 15, 16-year-old boys who need somebody to tell them like,
yeah,
you tripping, but they don't have nobody to tell them they tripping because the people that used to tell them they tripping kind of scared of them now because they
yeah,
so volatile. So
so
it's weird.
volatile. It's
It's
so
weird.
disrespectful. Like it's like, what did you
What you just say, little bro?
just
Like
say?
for real, you had to stop some of these youngsters sometimes. Like, what did you just say, bro? Like, oh, nothing, big bro. I wasn't saying. Yes, you did. Like, stop being
Yeah,
like that. Like, who raised y'all? Like, the thing of it is, it's the adults. Like, you know what I mean? Even if we're young, having kids,
yep,
you still gotta be an adult, bro. You gotta. So as far as the maneuver,
yeah,
it's just something that happens. I'm not never looking for trouble.
no.
Trouble don't normally find me. Sometimes it does. Like I got shot before, but I got shot by a stray bullet. You know what I mean?
Oh
It's
my goodness.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
nobody ain't trying to necessarily
Yeah,
get
but
me,
even for
but it
that, it's
easily
like
can
it just
happen.
makes me sometimes be very, selective of what I'm invited to, even and where I'm going. Because it's
Definitely.
not always meant for you. It could be meant for somebody else, and like you
Yeah.
said, you get hit. So it's just like,
Who is gonna be there?
yeah,
Definitely.
and who's gonna be there? How many? And what time? Because the time
Yeah.
means everything too. So I try to just be like,
Definitely.
okay, you know,
Oh yeah, I tell everybody I might be pulling up. They hear me say I might be pulling up.
yeah, right.
Yikes. My
You're so
sisters be on
funny.
me about that. They be like, bruh, yeah, we know
Yeah,
you not coming. They call
yeah,
me an old man. But
so funny, so
somebody
funny.
gotta be the OG.
Somebody got to, I mean, we have to look out for each other, but we have to be the mature adult, is what we talked about.
Somebody gotta
So
do it.
you already know this is during the time of the interview where, of course, with lyricists like yourself and songwriters, I go into wordplay. I
Mm-hmm.
pick words specifically for you that are powerful
Okay.
enough to, make you want to think and then tell us what's the first thing that's coming to your mind.
Okay. I'm with that.
I picked a few for you. You ready?
Yeah, roll. Let's do it.
Prodigy.
Hmm.
What's
I
the
think I
first
think a
thing?
little Bizzle when you say that. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. That's the first thing.
I
Because he
think of
is
you as a
so much.
prodigy. Really, I
Man,
do.
but that boy, I look at my son. I'm like, he is me times
He is
6.
you.
Yeah, times 6 though. Like he's saucy. He gonna be saucy at everything. Then my other son is times 8. So that's
Wow.
what I think about when I hear that for sure. They gonna be way
Prodigy.
better than me for sure.
Yeah. Well, he definitely has a great dad and mom
Yeah, for sure.
to look up
Appreciate
to.
it.
So that says a lot.
That's a
The
good
next one,
start.
you said what?
I said that's a good start. Yeah.
That's a good start. Yeah, he a prodigy already. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to have him on the show.
Hey, for real, he be doing stuff.
I would love to hear what he's gonna talk about. The next one, and kind of similar to, of course, what we talked about in moving into existence, but I will say it. Elevation.
Hmm.
Elevation.
When I hear that, I think of the saying that people say elevation requires separation, and I don't.
Ooh.
But I kind of disagree with that to a point. I feel like
Elaborate on that.
I totally feel like we can all elevate together. Like
Oh,
people just like to always be like, it's easy to be like, I had to do it on my own. Nobody did nothing on their own, bro. It's like
no,
Steph don't do it on his own. He the
no.
greatest shooter alive. You know what I
All
mean?
time, and he has a whole team.
So when I think about elevation, I think about people. I think about the chain. I think about me reaching my hand down and having this hand up. So we can somebody's pulling me up while I'm pulling you up, and you got
Mm,
somebody else arm down there too, and we can make it easy on each other. You feel me?
yeah. And I'm glad you said that too, because I think a lot of times, I know I'm one for sure that I always want to do it alone, because I've been doing it alone most of my life. As an
For sure.
only, I'm an independent to my mother, of course, and then of course my dad. There's two of us, but I mean, I've always been. It's just me, so it's just like I'm
Yeah,
gonna put everything together. But it's like when it becomes so much, then you cannot do it on your own. So
for sure.
I do thank God for some of those people, and I say some because it's very few,
Yeah.
who I trust enough to let in, and they've shared information with me, and I or I've shared information with them, you know, trusting them, like, here, these are my babies. My songs are my babies, my business, my, you know, my work. Those are my babies, because I don't have no babies. But I definitely agree. There's still, you know, nobody can do it alone. You know, it's just so.
Well, even for sure, even us right now, like you, this is you, and this is me right now. You
I couldn't be here talking to myself.
You feel me? Like, and
you were one person. Well, I guess you can, but not really.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have those kind of interviews all the time, but you know what I mean?
So you're crazy.
It's different, you know what I mean? Like, you pulling me up and, you know, us circulating each other it's the shame, you know? So, like, that's why I say I don't totally believe it, but I do believe that you need to cut out some of that dead weight or that bad energy or them negative vibes for sure. It's that you do need to cut that, but it don't gotta be every damn body. But some people could go for sure.
Ooh, I can't take you. You can't be cutting everybody off. I remember a friend of mine used to say all the time when I was like, okay, that's it, you're out of here. She was like, you ain't nobody gonna be at the wedding. You cutting everybody out your life.
Hey, who you marrying is the really who. That's who really
that's a whole nother interview. You know?
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like me and my girl, we finna get married too. Like,
okay, I'm singing. I'm the wedding singer. I want to sing.
Yeah, that was.
But you know, it's interesting you say that because, and again, this is kind of going off into a tangent, but you just said something very important. I don't think many of us, especially our culture, you know, this generation, we don't think about it all the time. It's just more about having a partner or saying, you know, this is my husband, this is my wife, you know, but not really considering, is this person supportive, especially in the music industry. They have to be supportive of what you're doing, correct?
Definitely. There's no way to
it wouldn't be able to deal with it.
No, it's a lot of stuff you gotta do. It's a lot of like when you know when the shows was popping crazy, I never gotta, hey, what's going on with the show, or why y'all at the I mean the show's over at 2. I mean, it might be over at 11.
It's a show.
1.
Yeah.
It's a show, but you know, you still mingle with artists, you still, you know, all kind of stuff goes on. So it's never like, oh, you was at the show too long. No, like, you had a good show, you know, that helps. It all goes into one big pot. That shit helps, because you got to hear a motherfucker telling you why you at the show. You don't want to go to the show no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, last word for you: organic.
Organic. When I think of organic, I think of the music, and I think of the way that I write it.
Oh.
And it's like I never try to put too much, like sprinkle too much fabrication on it. I don't want to sprinkle. I don't sprinkle no fabrication on it, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not. You listen to it and you know me for real. You're like, oh no, that's for sure Bizzle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't like, oh no, Bizzle putting on a character suit. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's
please
like,
rap about what you've been through, or you know.
Come on, man.
Or you know,
It's gonna come out. Everybody gonna figure you out eventually.
Yeah.
So you know, everybody, and the people that know me and the people that don't, is like, oh yeah, no, that's him.
Yeah.
Like, that's believable. Like, yeah, because I'm doing me and it's organic. That's where it all comes from.
I love that. And speaking of doing you, of course, you know, I had to, let me tell you something. I cannot make this up. I had not heard 40 bars until the other day. You had sent me the sound. And listen, that's one of my newest songs on my
You said, well, my bad, you spaced out a little bit.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear you now. You spaced out right a little bit in there.
I was saying that is one of my newest songs on the playlist for me, on my playlist. 40 bars. So speaking of something that's real and just bossy and obviously a banger, talk to me about, of course, as you see, I'm playing the visual for everybody.
Yeah, that's it. I remember that day.
Talk to me about, for one, this amazing sound, incredible production, and then, of course, the visual, please. 40 bars.
Okay, so 40 bars come from my homie, Jetty. He from Frisco, too. and he sends me hella beats too. You know what I mean? But he
Yes.
also a clothing designer too. So watch out for my boy clothes. I should have put the shirt on. He just brought me a shirt yesterday.
Yeah,
I
because
got
I
my
was seeing a
Bart on.
shirt in the visual. I'm like, let me get one of them shirts.
Yeah, he that's the shirt. Yeah, I got a couple. I still got that shirt though. But
You
he,
still got that?
you
Okay.
know, he continuously makes, clothing. So he brought me some clothes yesterday. Anyway, that's a different tangent. He always send me beats, you know what I mean? And same way with Contraband, I cipher through what I like, and oh bro, give me that one. Let me get all the tracks for that one. You know what I mean? And he sent
Absolutely.
it over. So when I first got it, I was like, I didn't hear a hook. I'm like, damn, I don't hear where I'm gonna put a hook. But in my head, I can be like, oh, I can put a hook here or there. But I was like, nah, just rap that shit out, bro. So I just rapped it out. And the way the visual came was I hit a few of the homies like, hey, we gonna that little spot right there where that little parking lot, that's basically the lot. That's where most of the YH, that's where Lil Chris from, basically. So it's kind of the base where the gang, we used to be. We all grew up around that area, basically. So that's basically where the H team and all that shit come from. But call them up. We're gonna be on the area. Y'all need to come through. Blah 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 blah.
Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the visual is from Spose. He is from Richmond, or I think he's from Richmond. I'm not sure, but my sister and her friend deal with him, and they was like, "My brother rap," and he was like, "Oh, your brother rap? Oh, let me hear it. Everybody rap." So it turned into,
right.
Then we end up chopping it up, and we did the barter and shit for the video, and we end up working it out.
It's amazing. I mean, it's still, don't get it. Listen, some of these sounds you could. Well, who was it? I think it was Eve. Years ago, when she had mentioned there was a song almost 10 years before she obviously was discovered. And obviously, we're talking almost 15. But the whole point was it wasn't heard until literally someone was walking into like a barbershop or something.
Yeah.
And then they were like, who is this? So, even though I know this song was from, last year was just last year ago.
For sure. I only got one song that I don't, and the one I was telling you about, the How Could You, but I'm about to start back getting into that once I get that story and that stuff off my heart and my mind.
Yeah.
That's a big song. That could be
it's a very big song. Okay. And the thing is, people we don't know it. It's not old to us until heard it for the first time, even then.
For sure.
So everything is not necessarily just because it was 2021. I mean, I think with musicians and just artists and just audience in general, they'd be ready for the next so fast.
Hella fast. And we kind of get in our own way sometimes,
Yeah. So
I'm on to the next.
Yeah, congratulations on that. I mean, that's a big sound. I'm gonna tell you right now. I could tell you
Appreciate you.
All your hitters. Okay.
Right on.
But all your Grammys, and then you'll be remembering this when you're crying and giving your acceptance speech. I want you to remember this conversation.
I'm for sure gonna be dropping it, man.
Look, I'll be crying watching. So, what comes to mind when I say grinding but moving in silence?
It's kind of more. It's more to me. It sounds like you saying like you getting everything done, but you're not being flashy about it. That's what my mind goes to. So
yeah,
that's what I think when I hear grinding but moving in silence. Because some people grind and they just grind to be seen, and some people grind to get away. You know what I mean? So
this is true. So, absolutely.
I've always been the one who wanted to get away though. Like I've been seen enough. I could get away.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we talked about your young ones, your young kings that you're raising. What do you think some of the challenges are that this next generation is going to face? And not just obviously music, but in general, this next generation behind us, your children.
I honestly think it's going to be really hard for them to keep. It's going to be hard for them to keep relationships unless because it's just so easy to find another person to talk to. You can talk to anybody on the internet now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm kind of trying to teach them. Like, bruh, cause like my son, he got a best friend. They've been best friends since they went to elementary school together. So I want him to stay your best friend until y'all forever, bro. Like that's your dog. So but the phone and internet stuff could tell you that, oh, you're supposed to have this many followers, and these many followers are kind of your friends, and then your mind get all tricked to where. So I think that it's gonna be hard for them to to deal with people, even like on the outs, like, oh, let's go to the park and play with the other kids. Play with the other kids. We
They
don't
like,
play
let
with
me
the other
text
kids.
them. They just text
Yeah,
now.
we play
Everything.
on the metaverse, or
Oh,
so probably trying to keep that. Let's go to the park then, bro. We to the park. Huh? There's people there. And
that's
put your phone in
crazy.
my pocket. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's new. So and also I think that they are going to miss out on a lot of valuable like spelling stuff. Like my kids, I make sure that they do their paperwork, but it's like everything spells everything for you. You know what I mean? Like how you spell phrase, and then
they don't do the work.
It pops up. It's so easy for them now. Like I wish I had that when I was in
They
school.
Google too. They Google everything. You know, I Google everything. I'm like, let me just Google it, or just get Siri and be like, Siri, where is so and so at?
I ain't gonna lie. I had to Google some math problems last year. I think like, how the hell you solve this again? And then I got the steps. I'm like, oh yeah, I knew I remembered.
No, you did not. What was it? A geometry?
I forget. It was
algebra.
I don't know. Little Bizzle ain't only in the 6th grade right now.
So well, that's algebra.
It was it was algebra. But I forget
it'd be some hard math.
It was like it wasn't order operations because I remember that good. It was like how to get a percentage or something weird like that. And I was like, I forgot how to do that. I didn't use that in real life once.
Yeah, ask Siri. Siri will tell you how to get it.
They figured it out on that. And once I got on that internet, that is a good tool to see. And then also the teachers are teaching them different too. Like my son was telling me, oh, she teaching me like that. I'm like, why the hell are y'all doing it like that? That's 3 more steps.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I taught him my way.
I always want to ask, of course, you know, because people don't know. If you had to choose between Fritos and Lay's, what would you choose?
Depending on what kind of Lay's you're talking about and what kind of Frito.
Chili cheese Fritos.
And what, barbecue Lay's?
Just plain.
Plain?
Lay's.
Oh no, I'm selling chili cheese Fritos every time over the plain Lay's. Unless I got a sandwich.
Okay. Reese's or Snickers?
Ooh, that one's hard.
Reese's Pieces or Snickers?
Right now, I'll probably say Reese's because I got the older teeth. But
not the older teeth. Wait a minute.
Yeah, because I'm paying more attention to them now.
I'm done with you.
They will start breaking if not. So you gotta pay closer attention. When I was a Snicker boy, I could eat Snickers all day.
So what was your favorite food when you were a child? When you were like your boy's age?
That's a great question. Probably just like them, pizza.
Okay.
They eat pizza every day if you let them.
Yeah. Do you cook, Bizzle?
Yeah. I got 3 main dishes though.
What you be cooking?
One is the baked chicken. I'm the king of that. Baked chicken. 2 is I make 4 things, but 2 is the salmon.
Okay.
Baked salmon.
Oh my goodness.
With the butter on the top. You know what I'm saying? I made that so much that I don't even like it no more. That's how much I made that.
It too much. Yeah.
But it's still good though. And barbecue. I'm barbecue.
Okay. So you been out there barbecue in the backyard?
Well, that's where I'm at right now. The barbecue.
I was gonna ask you, I know you in your backyard. I love that. That's so nice.
Right here.
That's a blessing having a backyard, I'll tell you that.
I tell you, especially in this high area of the Bay.
Yeah.
Because they will tax you for a little square. It's like, bro, we can't even hopscotch in that.
You know what? I'm gonna add comedian to your roster.
You know what? Somebody told me, he was like, bro, you should try to stand up. Yeah. I'm like, hell no, I don't feel confident saying jokes. Like I just say stuff that come to my head, you know.
It's just natural for you, but I think I think it would be hard. I don't know how they do it. Like Chris Rock standing up there.
Yeah, no.
Brutal.
You have to, in your mind, believe that what you about to say is funny. And when I'm rapping, I believe that this is dope, you know?
Yeah.
But when I can't tell you no jokes, like I don't know how T.I. doing it. I got respect for him because that's not easy.
Because even when you rapping, you funny though. Because I'm telling you, like this got a lot of little verses in there. I said, what did he say? I'm not even trying to say it right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Muffins and all kind of stuff.
I hear you.
Bizzle is truly a genius, and I love it. So what are
I
you listening to? Who are you listening to besides yourself and in the crew, of course?
That's another good question. Honestly, I listen to so much stuff that people wouldn't even believe that I listen to.
Like what?
So, like
Mozart?
Like Prince.
No.
Like Prince. Probably like Prince.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
stuff like that. Like I know a lot of Prince, a lot of Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I like love songs though. Like I don't have a problem with telling people I like love songs. Like I like but what I'm listening to right now at the end of my playlist, because I got this big playlist and whatever's at the end is what I'm listening to right now, like 4 or 5 songs. I can't get into too much music because then I start sounding like what I like.
Yeah.
So I try my best not to listen to I listen to talk radio, so I don't do that. But I like Vince Staples right now. He's saucy. He from Long Beach or something like that. Obviously Kendrick new album. It's a lot of African vibes, a lot of high vibe music.
Yeah.
Some people didn't like his album, but I like his album. Like I can't listen to every song every day, but a couple of those songs I'll play on the regular. I like Future. Kevin Gates is probably one of
yeah.
I like Future. I like Gates too though. He probably one of the artists that I like look for.
Kevin Gates?
Yeah, I like what he. I
love me some Kevin Gates.
He's saucy.
So, he is. That man is something else.
Saucy. He's saucy.
Like, ooh, he's nice to look at as well. But I mean,
he definitely don't mind trying. Like, you crazy.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I'm in total agreement.
Yeah.
I like Kevin Gates too. Yes, I do.
Yeah. I like Ty Dolla $ign.
Who?
I like Ty Dolla $ign.
Okay.
He got a song with it's only one song I'm listening to. He got a song with Bryson Tiller and
I like Bryson Tiller.
Aiko. It's called By Yourself or By Myself. It reminds me of my granny, so that's why I like that song so much. Like he was saying, you don't gotta live, you ain't scared to be by yourself. You don't need a man.
Yes.
Awesome, so
I love that.
I listen to all kind of stuff though. I like a lot of stuff.
Yeah. What's your favorite TV show that you watch?
That's a good one too. Probably say Snowfall. Probably. I like Franklin. I like what's his name? Desmond Idris.
Idris Elba?
No, the young Idris. He on Snowfall.
Look, I'm naming all
the fellas. I like Idris Elba too, though.
Idris? I thought you said Idris Elba. Should I?
He's just like Idris Elba though. He's from England.
I would definitely love him. Yeah.
He's a great actor. He sounds just like he's from LA or something, but he really from BC somewhere. You know what I mean? Like so. I like that show. What else? I like Vikings. You ever heard of that?
I've seen it come on. I never watched it though. That's crazy. I've never seen it.
It's it's medieval, kind of medieval, but I like all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like how they in the costumes and all that, and making it like it's 18, whatever.
Yeah. So you like Harry Potter and stuff like that then?
I didn't watch Harry Potter, but my son's reading it now, so now I'm watching the movies. But I watched the whole Game of Thrones though, for sure.
Did you?
All of Game of Thrones season, every episode, every season, Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what I'm into? I'm a Law and Order person,
I used to watch SVU every day.
Every day. Like, and Law and Order come on like that. It's like every day. And
they got 6,000 episodes or something, don't they?
Literally, 100,000 is more like my grandfather. He's no longer with us. He used to watch Law and Order 25, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
And so I think I love Law. I mean, that's probably why I'm just so like, people are like, no, down to it. Somebody might be in the back seat. Like, I've been checking my car and it's not being scary. It's just people are crazy.
No, it's being aware for sure.
Yes. So I'd be like, check the back seat. I've been telling my mom to turn the corner twice,
Yeah, got a little hair forensics on there.
So you got to be careful.
Definitely, especially in this day and age, you got to be careful. Especially women. I'm sorry to say, but
because people are nuts.
People are weird. So
what is next for you?
Next.
You can tell us what is next.
So next is definitely like this video. The video's done. I'm just trying to get it in the right spots. I'm trying to figure all that out. It's new for me, so you have to bear with me. Definitely gotta bear with me on that one. But that video's next, and then the group YH album is done.
Is it a YH album? Oh my God.
It's a YH album. The album with me in the front and Chris and D on the side. That's the album. That's the final album too. We're not doing no more group albums. It's just
everybody's going solo, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, basically we're gonna do stuff together, obviously, but everybody
always and forever YH.
Definitely. So we gotta keep that forever. That's a part of it. But now we just trying to figure out which road we can all go down. And for me, it's the group album, and then I'm back to singles. Me and Contraband got about 6 or 7 ready to go, locked and loaded. But the group album gotta come first though, because I want to put the same amount of energy I'm putting into like pulling my people up. It's the same thing. So we that's next, the group album for sure, and then back to my singles.
Well, we ready for whatever you got. I can say I most certainly am a huge fan of Bizzle. I turned a few people on, especially up in SAC, and I'm like, what is you playing? Like, I'm playing loving Bizzle like this, and I got my own rhythm. I've been like, I can really like this. I have to have my little.
I need that. For
sure.
sure.
I'm like, what song is this?
For sure.
Not the part. I said, that's okay. I add my own little,
it sound good.
When I'm driving, so I can totally appreciate. But I know again, I have, I'm an R&B, gospel, a little bit of everything, but I am a huge fan of hip hop. Always have been. I mean, just like I'm from Oakland, East Oakland.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can't help, but I like the 808s and the sound. It's just embedded in me forever. So
for sure.
In closing, I want to say thank you for being who you are, which is an incredible lyricist, an incredible recording artist, an incredible human being. You are very humble and you are super talented, and I want you to always know that, even if times are tough, because we all gonna go through stuff.
Definitely.
But just know that you definitely have a big fan in me, but I know you have other fans too.
For sure. Nah. So sometimes you only need that one. But I appreciate you.
My cousin always says that. And the other thing is, you are only one person away a lot of times from your next blessing.
There you go.
So just how your brother always is like, there, and putting shows together. That's that one person for you.
Definitely, for sure. So
shout out again to Contraband Beats, coming out with the amazing sounds continuously.
My dog.
Consistently coming in,
Consistently.
I can't get no sleep.
For sure. He on my tail. He one of the people that and it's good that I got him because he on my tail. He like, bro, come on, bro. Like, what is you on? What are you doing? I'm like, oh, bro, I had to. You still come on. We know what you can do. We know who you is. Keep going. So appreciate you, brother.
And tell Contrabands, of course, I know he's going to see this. Of course, I'm still waiting for my second interview. Contrabands. I know he's hard to touch now, So I got to reach out. Like I got to reach out to him through the interviews.
For sure. Hey, that boy is wiggly though. I will tell you that.
He be everywhere. I'm like, okay, Contrabands.
I don't even know if he in the country right now. I ain't talked to him about 4 or 5 days.
Jesus. Well,
I don't know. Last time I think he was in Puerto Rico or something like that. So that boy I love him for that too, because he pushed that into me. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have an amazing brother. So God bless you both. And for anyone, of course, that's watching, of course, tell everyone where we can find you aside from Instagram.
Well, y'all can find me on everything besides Instagram at YH Bizzle. That's a Y. That's a HBIZZ. That's the EL. I know sometimes people think it's LE, but it's the EL. Yes. And I try and be a little different. A little different. You know what I'm saying? So Hey, just look for me there. Search up YH Bizzle. I should
everything,
be
even
right
Instagram,
up.
everything across the board is YH.
Everything. YH Bizzle. I mean, yeah, it should be for sure. No, Snapchat might be AB of YH, but I gotta change that too. Everything gonna be YH Bizzle. That's me.
Everything is YH Bizzle.
Wipe it out.
Absolutely. So if you're watching this, of course, you have just witnessed episode 126 with Bizzle, YH Bizzle, aka like this. Okay. And of course, as I mentioned, like this is available now on all platforms. So if you have not heard it, of course, please again download the song. The sound is sick. It's amazing. It's crazy.
Get that. Go ahead and get that.
It's a banger. Okay. And of course, if you are watching again, you obviously are watching on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel for more episodes to come. We appreciate you so much and thank you for tuning in. Peace.
It's that contraband, nigga.
Look, we just wanna keep this shit lit when we fucking with it like this. When we fucking, hey, just tryna get rich when we fucking with it like this. Hey, I'm just tryna keep it lit for my grams. Keep it lit for my fam. She told me eat the shit and I am. These beats is finna be slammed. I give a fuck what niggas was saying. They throwing rocks and hiding they hands. Hot as fuck with no tan, ain't no denying me. I'm the man, they call me Big Bizzle, I'm the big dog. Hating on me, got them pissed off. I'ma get mine, you can get lost. Plus I got it jumping, no crisscross. I'm from the struggle, I come from hustle. I kept it solid, no switch off. I got a double or I'm in trouble. I been about my chips, dog, and that's it. I don't wanna hear shit on getting me rid. I don't want your bitch, I love my chick. I don't wanna meet shit, I love my clique. You don't wanna be this, I feel like shit. Woke up blowing big dope, went to sleep blowing no change in. Still YH when I came.